Welcome to the Ark of the Covenant Ministry, reading through the Bible with Reverend Hill, starting with Numbers chapter 20. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there. And there was no water for the congregation. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and Aaron. And the people told with Moses and spake, saying, Would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord, and they have brought up the congregation of the Lord into the wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there. And therefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt to bring us in unto the evil place. It is no place of seed, or of figs, or of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock, therefore their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, Because ye believed me, not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring the congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel, Thou knowest all the travail that has befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel, and has brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of waters of the wells, and will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, We will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy waters, then I will pay for it. I will only without doing, and things else go through on my feet. And he said, Thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. And Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Therefore Israel turned away from him. And the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because ye rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up unto Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son. And Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord commanded. And they went up into the Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son. And Aaron died there in the top of the mount. And Moses and Eleazar came down from the mount. And when all the congregation saw Aaron was dead, they mourned. And for Aaron 30 days, even all the houses of Israel. Numbers chapter 21. And when King Arad the Canaanite, which dwelt in the south, heard tell the Israel came by way of the spies, then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. And Israel vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, If thou wilt indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And the Lord hearkened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities, and he called the name of the place Hormah. And they journeyed from the Mount of Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom, and the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. And the people spake against God and against Moses, Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our souls loathe the light bread. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and the people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he spake away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, Make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass, and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Opeth, and they journeyed from Opeth and pitched at Ye Abram in the wilderness, which is before Moab, toward the sunrising. From thence they removed and pitched in the valley of Zerah. From thence they removed and pitched on the other side of Arnon, which is in the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites. For Amron, the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Wherefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, what he did in the Red Sea and in the brooks of Amron, and in the stream of the brooks that goeth down in the dwellings, are and lieth upon the border of Moab, and from thence they went to Ber, that is the well whereof the Lord spake unto Moses, Gather the people together, and I will give them water. Then Israel sang this song, Spring up, O well, sing ye unto it. The prince dig the well, the nobles of the people dig it, by the directions of the lawgiver with their staves. And from the wilderness they went to Mattam, and from Mattam to Naphtaliah, and from Naphtaliah to Barnath, and from Barnath to the valley that is in the country of Moab, to the top of Pisgah, which looketh toward Jeshimon. And Israel sent the messenger unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, Let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the field or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we pass through the borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his borders, but Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnon unto Jokbak, even unto the children of Ammon, from for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof. For the Heshbons was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former kings of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arad. Wherefore they had that speak in Proverbs say, come into Heshbon, let the city of Sinhan be built and prepared. For there is a fire gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon, and hath consumed Ar and Moab, and the Lord of the high place of Arnon was woe to thee, Moab, thou art undone. O people of Chemosh, he hath given his son the escape, and his daughter into captivity unto Sinhan, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them, Heshbon is perished, even unto Dibon, and we have laid them waste, even unto Nopla, which reach unto Medba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and Moses sent to spy out Jezer, and they took the village thereof, and drove out the Amorites that were there. And they turned and went up by the way, and Bashan and Og, the king of the Bashan, went out against them, he and all the people, to battle at Edrei. And the Lord said unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people, and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon. So they smote him, and his sons, and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land. Numbers chapter 22. And the children of Israel set forth and pitched in the plains of Moab, on the side of Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of the Midian, now shall this company lift up all that are round about us, as the ox licked up the grass of the fields. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor to Pethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of the people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them and that I may drive them out of the land, for I want that he whom thou bless is blessed, and he whom thou curse is cursed. And he and the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand. And they came unto Balaam and spake unto him with the words of Balak. And he said unto them, lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the prince of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came to Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto God, Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent unto me, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covered the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them, peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, thou shalt not go with them, thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said unto the princes of Balak, get ye into your land, for the Lord refused to give me leave to go with you. And the prince of Moab rose up, and they went unto Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes, more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam and said to him, thus said Balak the son of Zippor, let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me, for I promote thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord will say unto me more. And God came unto Balaam at night and said unto him, if the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the prince of Moab. And God's was anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw an angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword was drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyard, and a wall being on the side, and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel, of the Lord, she thrust herself unto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in the narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right or the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Wherefore hast thou smitten thy ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, because thy way is perverse before me. And the ass saw me and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now also I had slain thee and saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now, therefore, if it displease thee, I will get me back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto thee, that thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto the city of Moab, which is in the border of Ammon, and which is in the uttermost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I not earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able to in need to promote thee to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, Lo, I am come unto thee. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kirjath Huzoth. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent Balaam and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him up into the high places of Baal, that thence he might see the uttermost parts of the people. Numbers chapter 23. And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me here. And he returned unto him, and lo, he stood by his burnt sacrifice. he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his parable and said, Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Aram out of the mountains of the east, saying, Come, curse me, Jacob, and come defy Israel. How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord has not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell along and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let me last end be like his. And Balak said unto Balaam, What hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse my enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them all together. And he answered and said, Must I not take heed to speak that which the Lord has put in my mouth? And Balak said unto him, Come, I pray thee, with me unto another place, from whence thou mayest see them. Thou shalt see but the uttermost parts of them, and shall not see them all, and curse me them for this. And he brought him into the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, Stand here by the burnt offering, while I meet the Lord yonder. And the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, Go again unto Balak, and say thus. And when he came to him, behold, he stood by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto him, What hath the Lord spoken? And he took his parable and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear and hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Has he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall not make it good? Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He has not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither has he seen perverseness in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. He has, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, What has God wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as great lions, and lift up himself as a young lion, and he shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink of the blood of the slain. And Balak said unto Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered and said unto Balak, told not I thee, saying, all that the Lord speaketh that I must do? And Balak said unto Balaam, come, I pray thee, I will bring thee and I will bring, and the Lord put on multiple place. Come, I pray thee, to another place, for whence I may see them, and shall but to the uttermost part of them, and shall not see them all, and curse them from thence. And he brought him into the field of Zephron to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 more altars, offering bullocks and rams on every altar, and said, and he said unto Balak, stand here by the burnt offering while I meet the Lord. And the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, go again to Balak, and say thus. And when he came to him, behold, he stood by his burnt offering, and the prince of Moab with him, and Balak, and said unto him, what hath the Lord spoken? And he took up the parable, and said, rise up, Balak, and hear, and hearken unto me, the son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Has he said unto shall he not do it? Or has he spoken and shall not make it good? Behold, I have received commandments to bless, and he shall bless, I cannot reverse it, and he hath not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither has he seen perverse in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and shout of the king among them. God brought them out of Egypt. He has, and if were the strength of a unicorn, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel, according to the time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what has God wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, and drink of the blood of the slain. And Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. And Balaam answered and said unto Balak, told not I thee, saying, all that the Lord speaketh that I must do? And Balak saying unto Balaam, come, I pray thee, I will bring thee unto another place. Peradventure it will please God that thou mayest curse me them from thence. And Balak brought Balaam unto the top of Peor, from looking toward Jeshimon. And Balaam said unto Balak, build me 7 altars, and prepare me 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar.
Numbers 25. And Israel approached him.
Numbers chapter 23. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom, and the daughters of Moab, and they called the people unto the sacrifice of their gods. And the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one of his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto the brethren of the Midianite woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, and the priest saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took the javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. And so the plague was stayed from the children of Israel, and those that died in the plague were 24,000. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Mennonite woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of the chief house among the Semanites. And the name of the Mennonite woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zor. He was the head over a people and of the chief house of the Midian. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Mennonites and smite them, for they vex you with the wiles wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbin and the daughter of the prince of the Menians, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague of Peor's sake. Well, we're going to stop right there. That concludes our hour, the Ark of the Covenant Ministry, reading through the Bible with Reverend